We all know that training is fun, but to achieve the results you want, to look a certain way, to feel a certain way, or to just be healthy in general, nutrition plays a huge role in it. Basically, we're just gonna talk about macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So the best source of protein comes from animal products such as meat, dairy products, or eggs. For example, chicken breast is a great source of lean protein, even ground beef as well. Slightly higher in fat content, but still a great source of protein. A gram of protein contains 4 calories. Protein basically helps in muscle building and muscle recovery, which is essential to help you reach your fitness goals. You generally find carbohydrate in grains, your oats, pasta, your rice, noodles as well. They are all form of carbohydrates, and basically the role of carbohydrate is to fuel our activity and exercise and gives us the energy that we need. 1 gram of carbohydrate contains 4 calories. Fat. Fat exists in many forms, but the most commonly accessible form we have would be cooking oil. Butter, milk has a little bit of fat in it, your nuts.
Your nuts. Your nuts.
Oh, that's all you got it.
The role of fat is basically to regulate hormonal functions. Healthy fats such as omega-3s, which you can find in fatty fishes, help improve cardiovascular function and help regulate cholesterol level. Throughout this entire 8-week challenge, we would have a nutritional guide split into 2 different types of plans. The first form would be for those who would like things to be a little bit more accurate. You can count your macronutrients and calories. The second one would be for the general public who find counting calories a hassle. What I did was basically to equate the amount of calories to serving sizes, which you can easily measure with your hand. When it comes to protein, the power is literally in your hands. And what I mean by this is that to measure 1 serving of protein, we would use our open palms, right? Just the open palm, excluding your fingers, and we would just put it right beside our protein source. The size of this chicken breast is probably, I would say, maybe 1.2 servings. 1 serving contains 25 grams of protein, which means 1.2 times will probably be around 30 to 35 grams of protein. A closed fist is 1 serving of carbohydrates, 180 calories per serving. So, for example, this bowl of rice contains approximately 1.5 servings, close to 250 to 280 calories. Here's a general rule of thumb. A thumb roughly contains 10 grams of fat, which equates to 90 calories. Almond nuts, walnuts, and if they equate to the size of your thumb, they contain approximately 10 grams of fat. But what about things in liquid form such as oil? We usually use maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon to measure liquid fat. And a tablespoon is 15 grams, so it's probably 1.5 thumbs, whereas a teaspoon is 5 grams of fat, which is half a thumb. It's probably the macronutrient where people consume the most unknowingly. But the thing is that it also contains the most calories. So it's very important to measure the amount of fat you consume. When you go out and eat, it's very hard to weigh everything and to count using your thumb, your palms, or closed fists. These are some rough guidelines you can use. We don't just consume macronutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, and fat. We consume food. So here's a dish, beef bolognese, which contains protein, fat, and carbohydrates. This is approximately 100 grams of carbohydrates, 400 calories, 110 grams of ground beef, which is probably around 300 calories, fat, which is probably around 50 calories. It comes up to around 750 calories. You know, pasta is easily consumable, right? I love pasta myself. I can eat heaps of pasta. So if you're looking to gain muscle, having a pasta dish like this would help to pack on the calories. But what about those who would like to lose fat? When you want to lose fat, the key factor is increasing our satiety levels, which means how can we keep ourselves full for longer periods of time. Refined carbohydrates such as regular sugar, white rice, they contain a little bit less fiber compared to options such as brown rice, or maybe oats, or even quinoa. An often overlooked matter would be sauces. Sauces and dressings, be sure to take a look at the amount of calories your sauces, dressings for your salad contain, because you don't want those to add to your additional calories. When it comes to a transformation challenge, what I strongly suggest would be to reduce or cut down the amount of alcohol you consume, especially if you're trying to lose fat, just because alcohol contains quite a high amount of calories. If you would like to consume alcohol, maybe opt for spirits which are lower in calories instead. That's it for nutrition, and Jonathan would take you through supplementation next. Only looks good, bro. I made it for the shoot only, just to look good.